What's up, Team Cerrone Gamers? It is your boy John here with you guys today, and I have another action-packed video for you guys. Today's video features a whole bunch of miscellaneous free-to-play stuff, just a bunch of stuff that I've been doing lately while I've been playing. Yes, Birdie is in the background. Hi, Birdie. I'm actually able to hear the bird today because I'm filming in a different location, so that's nice. But guys, this is what's been going on for me. Flipping has been awesome. I've been making so much GP, but also I want you guys to know it's not all perfect. As you just saw in that last clip, I have steel bars that dropped 100 GP per bar overnight. That's a big loss. Now I'm gonna hold out because I think steel bars will recover, and honestly my GP isn't needed, so I will let it sit in there. But while that's not being flipped, that's money that I'm losing, so it's kind of a bummer. Yeah, and then other items I've been purchasing, I've been switching things up, obviously always checking, using the method that I taught you guys in the last video. Make sure you price check high, low, and then the difference is your profit margin. And I'll be honest, guys, a lot of people push that profit margin as much as they can, sometimes dropping it 1 GP even, which isn't a huge difference, can make it a lot quicker for you. And honestly, if you're doing more flips because you're making a small fraction less, you're probably making more in the long run. The other big change here is, guys, I've been cutting use AFK on both accounts for weeks now, and U logs have dropped. They have dropped over 100 GP per log. I see it's gone back up a couple GP, but that is super frustrating. So what I've done is I've taken the time to start working on some other projects. I wanted to round out the fishing on my main account. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to grab some feathers, grab a fly fishing rod, head over to Barbarian Village, and let's round out this fishing level. I was sitting at 68, and I thought, you know what? It would look nice if it was at 70. So that's what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead, spend some time fishing on the main. I'm doing AFK fishing, so don't have to pay too close attention. I do have single tap drop on, so that I can just quickly drop those inventories of fish, because I don't really want to hold on to them. I thought about cooking them, but honestly my cooking level's already 90 or higher, and I probably will just do wines to get to 99. So yeah, I'm like, you know what, it's not worth the time cooking it. And honestly, cooking it drops the GP value in half or more. There's level 69 fishing, sweet. It drops the GP value to half or even less. And so honestly, it's not worth it. Like the few K that I maybe would have made, it's just faster to drop it. And then on the alt, I'm still cutting use. I don't think that's the best use of its, time. They're just bowing for you guys because I got the level. Yeah, so I was still cutting U logs on the alt account. Again, not the best use of its time. I'm flipping on there as well. It's got a smaller cash stack, so obviously not as many flips, not as big of flips happening there, but still making some GP. I mean, it's definitely worth making that GP to sort of grow the cash stack. And then I keep cutting the used. It's almost past the main now in wood cutting level, because I use that account more sometimes than the main account, just because they're on different devices. And so yeah, so I'm still cutting away on the use there. Oh, here we go, level 70, sweet. We can now do leaping and the Barbarian Village fishing, so leaping sturgeon. Yeah, so basically still cutting use. It's not as much profit, and it's nice to get those levels. Bowing again for you guys there. But yeah, that was basically getting 70 fishing. The next thing that I had as a small little, hey, ingenious idea, because I've been flipping lobsters so much, trying to see the difference between flipping raw lobsters versus cooked lobsters, I noticed that lobsters are more than double in value when you cook them. Well, my cooking level's so high, I don't burn lobsters. I don't burn them on a range, don't burn them on a fire. So with that in mind, I was like, hey, maybe I'll take 1K lobsters and cook them and flip it. Now, we're talking 1K of them. Basically, it's about 80 GP, a little more than 80 GP per lobster that you make. So it'd be about 80K. I'll be honest with you guys, this isn't as AFK as I thought it was, and I'm not even done cooking all 1K of them. I think I got like 600 in, and I'm not right here at the bank, so, I mean, the GE, so I can't flip as often, so it's kind of gotten backburnered a bit, but this was sort of what I was doing. I don't know if this is the closest range. It's probably not. I feel like I was hoping that this was a little less cumbersome than doing it in Edgeville where the door closes, but the door ended up closing here as well. Yeah, so basically just grab an inventory of raw, click it, I'd let it go, but it does it so fast that it's not super AFK, and then you have a lot of like meticulous clicking to get back to the bank, and then swap out the raw and cooked inventories. Yeah, it was not as AFK as I had hoped. So definitely going to have to find something to do on the main account. I mean, obviously I can continue wood cutting, but like I said, I don't necessarily get on this account as much as the other account. So yeah, that is cooking lobbies. And you know what? As much as I was thinking that it'd be big profits because you're doubling your money, it's a slow double. As much as it's fast, it's also a slow double. I don't know how much time it's supposed to take to cook 1K of these. Again, if you're paying close attention and you're playing meticulously, obviously that's going to be a lot faster. But then if you're cooking even say 1K of them an hour, you're only making 80K. So I don't know. I just don't know if that's the best use of my time. So anyways, guys, then I was back to flipping some more. I was like, okay, it's time to put in some big flips, especially if I'm going to be farther away from the GE for a bit, working on some other projects. And then so also with some of that, I've been using the tracker to follow the sort of prices on things. And I've decided that I'm going to let some of this stuff sit in here for a longer time. I know that Adonai ore goes up over a K all the time. And I actually was able to score some for a really low price. And I'm thinking I'm just going to let it sit in there and then make a huge profit on it by just kind of waiting it out. Because every few days, when I'm mining a lot, I notice the price of my Adonai ore goes up and down so frequently. And I'm like, that's going to be massive profit. I was into these rubies a bunch. I was making some sweet money on both accounts with those. So that was kind of fun. But obviously, as I'm doing this, other people are doing it too. And so once you find a hot item, it's easy for it to kind of dry up. But yeah, just been flipping all kinds of different stuff. Lobsters. Free-to-play is a bit more selective, not as much variety as members. I look forward to trying it in members soon, though. That's going to be something that I'm really looking forward to. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. Nate and I have been talking a lot about getting the raffle going for the 100 subscribers. We're super thankful for everyone that's been out. As always, guys, make sure you comment, share, like, subscribe. This is John signing off. I'll catch you all in the next video.